The fake HOA cops punched my wife. Her Navy SEAL husband knocked them out. It was late in the afternoon. The sun beat down on the sidewalk outside my house. It was over 90 degrees outside, and the humidity made it feel like 100. I was outside shooting hoops with my son when my wife came out the front door. "Get off the basketball court now," she said. "We have company." I walked over to her and asked what was going on. She told me that 2 cops were at the door asking for me. I didn't know what they wanted, but I knew that they were cops because their badges were clearly visible through their polo shirts. Their pants were also wrinkled, which meant that they weren't from around here. We don't have a police department where I live. We just have a couple of cops who drive around occasionally to see if there's any trouble. But this is the middle of the afternoon on a Saturday. There was no way that any cops would come to my house in the middle of the day on a Saturday unless something really bad had happened. But I saw my wife looking at the cops with pure rage, so I figured that these cops probably did something stupid. I said, "Tell them I'm not here." My wife said, "They won't leave." I couldn't believe that cops would show up at my house, demand that I come outside and talk to them, and then just stand there waiting for me to come out. Who are these guys, I thought. They looked legit, but what could they possibly want? One of them even had a gun on his hip. I got nervous. Did one of my neighbors call the cops on me? Had someone accused me of something terrible? I wasn't sure. I felt like I hadn't done anything wrong lately, but then again, maybe one of the neighbors had some sort of beef with me. I couldn't think of anything that I might have done. I heard my son yell, "Dad, shoot!" and I turned around to see him driving towards the basket. He made the shot. "Good job, son," I said. "You want to go inside and get some water? You look hot." "Okay," he said, and we headed into the house. I was still nervous about the cops, but I figured that they would just end up leaving eventually. I didn't think that they would be stupid enough to barge into my house. I was wrong. As soon as my son went inside, one of the cops started banging on the door. "Sir, open up," he yelled. "We need to talk to you." What did these guys think they were doing? They didn't have a search warrant. They couldn't legally force their way into my house. I didn't say anything. I just kept watching them. After a minute or so, the other cop started banging on the door too. "Open up, sir," he yelled. "We know you're in there." They were getting more and more aggressive. I didn't say anything. I just stood there watching them. After a few more minutes, they stopped banging on the door. "Well, this sucks," one of them said. "I can't believe that they aren't answering the door." "Maybe we should try the back door," the other cop said. "Yeah, let's go check the back door," the first cop said. I watched them walk around the corner of the house and disappear from view. Now I was getting pissed off. What did these guys think they were doing? This was my house. They didn't have a search warrant. They couldn't legally force their way into my house. So I decided to confront them. I walked around the side of the house and found them trying to open the back door. "Can I help you?" I asked. The cops jumped and spun around to face me. "Oh, hey, there you are," one of them said. "We were just trying to see if your back door was locked, but it turns out it wasn't." "Well, it's not supposed to be locked," I said. "This is my house, and I do not lock it because I don't have anything to hide." "Yeah, well, that's pretty suspicious," the cop said. "Why wouldn't you lock your doors? Do you know how many burglaries we've had in this neighborhood lately?" "No. I don't know how many burglaries there have been," I said. "But if you're cops, why are you here? If you're looking for a burglar, then go look somewhere else, because you're at the wrong house." "Yeah, well, we're not looking for a burglar," the cop said. "We're looking for you." "For what?" I asked. "For being an accessory to a crime," the cop said. "What crime?" I asked. "That's classified," the cop said, "so I can't tell you." "Wow," I said. "Just tell me what I'm supposed to have done so I can clear this up." "Yeah, well, we already know what you've done," the cop said. "We just need to take you down to the station and ask you a few questions." "Whoa," I said. "Wait a minute, what did I do?" "You know what you did," the cop said, "so just come with us." No, I don't know what I did," I said. "And even if I did, You don't have a search warrant, so I don't have to go anywhere with you. Yeah, well, that's pretty suspicious, the cop said. Why would you resist if you didn't do anything wrong? Because I didn't do anything wrong, I said. I don't have to go anywhere with you. The cop started getting angry. You're really digging yourself deeper and deeper, he said. Yeah, well, that's your problem, I said. I'm not going anywhere with you. The cop took a step forward. That's pretty suspicious, he said. Yeah, well, that's your problem, I said. And I took a step back. The cop took another step forward, and I took another step back. Then suddenly the cop lunged. I stumbled back and fell to the ground. The cop was on top of me, trying to hold me down. Help! I yelled. Where are my rights? My wife came out the front door and saw the cop on top of me. She charged at the cop and started punching him in the face. The cop screamed and tried to get my wife off of him, but my wife was a Navy SEAL. She wasn't about to let some fake HOA cop hold my husband down without backup. She was going to knock him out. The second cop finally realized that things were going south and that he was outnumbered. He tried to run off, but my wife was faster than he was. She tackled him before he even made it to the car. The cop screamed and tried to get my wife off of him, but she was a Navy SEAL. She wasn't about to let some fake HOA cop get away. She was going to knock him out. The first cop tried to get up, but my wife was on top of him. She punched him right in the nose. Blood came squirting out of his nose. The cop screamed in pain. Then he blacked out. My wife got off of him and turned to the second cop. He was trying to get away, but she was faster than he was. She tackled him and started punching him in the face. The cop screamed and tried to get my wife off of him, but she was a Navy SEAL. She wasn't about to let some fake HOA cop get away. She was gonna knock him out. The second cop tried to get up, but my wife was on top of him. She punched him right in the nose. Blood came squirting out of his nose. The cop screamed in pain. Then he blacked out. My wife got off of him and turned to the first cop. He was trying to get away, but she was faster than he was. She tackled him and started punching him in the face. The cop screamed and tried to get my wife off of him, but she was a Navy SEAL. She wasn't about to let some fake HOA cop get away. She was gonna knock him out. The first cop tried to get up, but my wife was on top of him. She punched him right in the nose. Blood came squirting out of his nose. The cop screamed in pain. Then he blacked out. My wife got off of him and turned to the second cop. He was trying to get away, but she was faster than he was. She tackled him and started punching him in the face. The cop screamed and tried to get my wife off of him, but she was a Navy SEAL. She wasn't about to let some fake HOA cop get away. She was gonna knock him out. The second cop tried to get up, but my wife was on top of him. She punched him right in the nose. Blood came squirting out of his nose. The cop screamed in pain. Then he blacked out. My wife stood up and dusted herself off. Then she turned to me and smiled. What did those jerks want? I asked. My wife shrugged. I don't know, she said. But they won't be bothering us any time soon. The cops were knocked out, and my wife was standing over them with her fists out. Do you think that they're okay to go? I asked. Nah, my wife said. They need to learn their lesson. She turned back to the cops and started punching them in the face again. Stop, I said. You got 'em. My wife turned to me and smiled. Are you sure that they won't be coming after us? She asked. Yeah, I'm sure, I said. They had fake badges and fake guns. They weren't real cops. They were just some jerks who thought that they could bully people around. My wife nodded. Okay, she said. If you say so, then I guess that they won't be coming after us. And with that, she went back to work on the cops.